Hello, hello. Welcome to Coffee Chat with Angie, episode 27, where we talk about eco-friendly ideas fighting against the shitstem of the bully dozer. Hello, how you doing? Okay, so this is part 3 on my reaction to because of the Trump elections. I mean, I don't know. Did I think there would only be a part 1 when I did the first one? I'm not sure. I didn't know there was going to be 3 parts, But more time has passed. How long has it been? A week or it's been a week now. I did one like election day, part 1, and then 2 days later, part 2, and this is part 3. It's like a week later, something like that. So now I've had time to hear other people. I have one friend that's in a wheelchair, and he's like, the people with disabilities are going to get screwed over, and and the women I've heard, and certainly me as the transgender person, and so I've had time to hear, everybody, including myself, tell us to other people. It's all, happened now, and I've had time to think about it and hear other people, how other people deal with it and everything. So, it's just, it's kind of like, I think the smartest statement I've heard so far on this question was by the politics girl on YouTube. She said that you can't just swoop in and try to make something a dictatorship that's already all the other parts of that machinery. It isn't a dictatorship, it's a democracy, and so that's why, because like almost half of us did not vote for Trump. We didn't end up winning, but but there was still, if you're someone like me that voted for Harris, you're not alone. Well, I'm not alone. A lot of people understand it just like you do. First of all, we need to be Americans and not be too crazy on either, no matter which side you're on, and let safety come first. And hopefully, the end story will be that we all learned better who we are, as far as that hopefully we would realize that we're a democracy, Hopefully we're not saying, man, we should have just been a dictatorship all along, But but like I say in part 2, we'll just have to try to have some optimism that maybe they're right and Trump will fix things and things will be better somehow, and people have cheaper eggs and cheaper this and blah blah, and maybe it will all work out, and then who knows what, but that's not what it looks like, because we've all heard Trump say it himself and things like that. But for me, I'm not planning on getting super involved, because politics has never really been my thing. I wasn't even a voter most of my life. Just the last 3 elections I've voted, and yeah, so I pretty much am the other side. I'm usually vote for Democrats, I'll continue to do that. I'm good for a vote, but I still what I learned, I'm still agree with myself. I won't waste too much energy on it, but at the same time, I'll keep in touch, because it does matter, I'm not just gonna, stick my head in the sand or anything dramatic like that, Still be me. I'm an American, the machinery. You can't just be just be a Democrat, be a a dictator and want a dictatorship in a machinery that's a democracy. You know, it's still going to have all these democracy. It's made out of democracy things, you know, and that's how I am too. You know, I'm a democracy thing. You know, and so you know, I'll have to adapt. I'm sure, and the world will get just a little bit grayer. You know, I'm sure, and lots of people will be hurt. Many lives will be ruined. Hopefully, I'm one of the ones that can hang in there, and everything. You know, but. But being too big of a chicken shit, that's how I would word it. You know, don't be too big of a, you know, all those same things are true, but now mostly in this video, I'm just trying to add, you know, but don't be a total chicken shit. Vote, which I was saying all along too. And I'll have links in the description box so you can see all three parts if you really want. And you can see how I react through different stages. This is how I react now. I'm like, you know, still scared and uncertain. I think we all are. I mean, it's all you can be. Part of the human condition, you know. But there is a part of me that hopes things will work out just fine. Maybe we'll learn an important lesson. And there is another part of me that, you know, that says, no, you know, don't waste too much energy on it. You know, it's much bigger than I am, but I still play a little bit of a part, so don't be a chicken shit. You know, chicken shit. Don't be a chicken shit. But yet, don't waste too much energy and vote. And you know, apply pressure when needed. You know, don't be afraid to apply pressure when needed. You know. So, anyway. So that's part 3. Oh, and just an update as part of part 3 that. So I researched, just did some fact checking on my previous videos, part 1 and part 2, which are actually on my other channel. But there's links in the description box. The reason Trump won the election was not because of the Christians. It was supposedly because of, though I think that was a large part of it, that might be more the MAGA thing. And many of the voters wouldn't want you to see them as MAGA. They just voted Republican because they're trying to get cheaper eggs. If you in Tennessee, Brando has that song he did about cheaper eggs, and it's if you just watch 60 Minutes, did a thing on the elections and how things went and everything recently, and according to their research, so that's my reference. That's on YouTube for free. You can see it. So that's the reason. So it's going to be for both the Amish, the MAGA Christians, the evangelicals. So there's like a big chunk of the people that's the most hardcore are there for religious reasons, and that's the Christians, and then they have this added benefit which spilled it over the top of just random people thinking Trump's economic plan. So if that works according to that utopia, they're like most of their dream is already happening. Like the trans women aren't raping anybody in the bathrooms. That's not happening already. So and then like a lot, you know, some of the things just never was happening in the first place. That's the problem with conspiracy theories. You know, they're lies. And, you know, then there'll be supposedly no immigrants all of a sudden. Or not immigrants, illegals all of a sudden. And, which isn't my biggest turn. That was the thing I was the least on, you know. I mean, but I don't think that was really happening either. You know, there's always been such a thing as an illegal person. And so, yeah, but they wouldn't do anything about it. That doesn't sound right. If I did research, we all know that's not. They do it. They just maybe weren't doing it good enough. And if you can clean that up and make that better, I guess that's good. That's not one of my bigger worries. But any racism towards immigrants and people like that is what would worry me. And then women, you know, and just all that. So just remember what they've said they would do, and then like those random people are going to have to be for them to be glad they voted that way. The economy is going to have to do really well. According to my research, top economic people that know what they're talking about say that his plan just isn't it isn't actually going to work. So that's actually something. So we'll just have to see. But they're willing to hurt a bunch of people for cheaper eggs, like Tennessee Brando's song says.